January 9th, 1972. The Lakers travel to Milwaukee to face the world champion Bucks and their avid fans. The Lakers had already gone the entire months of November and December undefeated, and they certainly didn't want their streak to end here. The Lakers could do nothing right, while Milwaukee did nothing wrong. The swarming Bucks were just too much. This time, anyway. It was inevitable that the amazing win streak would eventually be stopped. And appropriately, it was the world champions who ended it with style.
I'm glad it was Milwaukee because they were the team that was capable of beating us. And also gave us some relief. We're like, wow, we finally now can go back to being sort of a normal, good basketball team.
Lakers. And their 33 consecutive game win streak is on the line, and no other Major League club has ever won that many consecutive games. Jerry West up there misses on the first free throw. He gets the second. So, Jerry, you notice the bandage on his elbow? Well, he's got some 20-odd stitches in it, where he split it open the other day, but it doesn't bother him.
TV viewers around the world, and on that day their streak was to come to an end. And Jerry, it didn't take Milwaukee long to establish the winning pattern.
Well, it certainly didn't, Chick. They make the opening basket of the ball game, and actually the way we played this ball game, it really wasn't much of a contest, particularly in the second half.
Dandridge made a real tough shot to get Milwaukee off and running.
Well, when you make a shot like that to open the ball game, it's not a good sign for any ball club, and they made many of them early in the ball game.
Naturally, they were the team whose record the Lakers had beaten, and beaten it by 13 wins.
Well, this is one of the patterns we got into in this ball game, Chick. We did not take the kind of shot that we had been taking throughout the streak, and of course they were really up for this ball game. And again, when you have great players like they do, and particularly that big fella right there, you know it's going to be a tough ball game.
Tempers, of course, when you have competition this keen, sometimes get a little bit short. There's a lot of muscling, a lot of elbowing. But the Lakers, after getting behind 8-2, did fight back. Stumpy made a couple of free throws. The Lakers led 14-13. And then Jerry West came down and popped in one, and the Lakers got themselves out in front 16-13. That was a Hairston basket that you just saw, of course.
You know, I think the surprising thing about this ball game was the fact that even though we didn't play our best ball game, Milwaukee had a very, very difficult time, particularly early in the game. And they really never controlled the game until the second half.
In your opinion, how do you control Milwaukee?
Well, Chick, they're the kind of team that I think you have to put constant defensive pressure on. You really have to run this team because they play such good defense once they get set up. Here's the one thing that we did very poorly in the ball game. We rebounded, and I think we passed the ball not as well as we could have. The shot that we've been making all the time just wouldn't go in, I think.
I didn't feel as I watched the game in person that there was any extreme pressure on you that day.
No, there really wasn't, except I think the players themselves maybe had a little bit more pressure because we had thought about the ball game so much.
You like that bank shot, don't you?
Well, from there, that's a good angle for any player to shoot, particularly when you're on the run, I think.
Oh, he usually doesn't shoot it like that.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't shoot many things bad.
Whoop. Tempers flare, as we said.
That was a very unfortunate incident, Chick, and something that I think that once you would think about, he would think was also an unfortunate thing. But those are the things that happen when a team wants to win so badly and when there's so much said about a ball game. Happy got a pretty good shot in the head. And again, I think here's a replay of it. As you can see, there's a lot of arms and throwing around. And Jabbar goes up to shoot the ball, and Happy looked like he makes a good effort to try to block it, and he stumbles. And so Jabbar says, that's enough of that.
And then Wilt went over in the corner and said to Jabbar, that's enough of that.
Well, that's right. There's a great pass from Robertson and a great stuff shot.
At this stage now, with their fans going berserk, they really caught fire and started to pull out, and they eventually moved off to their very impressive Milwaukee win. Of course, the Lakers since that time have avenged it, coming back to the Forum to beat them. They've still got 2 more meetings this year, and they are of paramount importance. One here and one at Madison, Wisconsin. Does the crowd make a big difference, Jerry?
Well, it really does. And I say, Chick, particularly when things are starting to go right for you. And everything started going right for them. And I said, we couldn't make the easy shot. And I think that was the last shot of the ball game and a very discouraged coach.
Right after the game, he got on the phone and he called Los Angeles, General Manager Fred Shaw said, I want a film of the game to study it, and apparently his studies paid off in the next. Nearly 1 month later, the Lakers would have another chance at the Bucks, and this time the action had shifted 2,000 miles west from Milwaukee to the fabulous Forum. Milwaukee, although world champions, had undergone changes at several key positions this year, but not at center, where the Buck offense Abdul-Jabbar. And the Lakers countered with their own giant, the strongest man in basketball, Big Wilt Chamberlain. And when you're talking about classic matchups, you don't have to go much farther than Chamberlain versus Jabbar. The two had met 13 times in the past, and 13 times the clashes were brilliant. But this season, it was a new Wilt battling against a more mature Jabbar. Chamberlain was concentrating on defense, blocking more shots, grabbing more rebounds. Jabbar was scoring even more, especially against the Lakers, against whom he had averaged 39 points a game this year. And when the two met, it came down to Wilt's strength against the agility of his younger adversary. Coming into this, perhaps the most important meeting between the two giants, the Lakers knew that Wilt would have to neutralize the great Milwaukee center.
13-12, the Lakers trail as the crowd is thrilled by that slammer following the rebound by Wilt. Jones, hand check by Goodrich, knocks Goodrich down. No harm, no foul. Jones continues to dribble. Pass the left side to base to Perry. Out to Oscar, down the middle he comes. Stop, 10-foot jumper, blocked by Harrison, taken by Jabbar. Puts it up and scores underneath his 7th point. 15-12. Talk about no harm, no foul. They knock Goodrich flat on the far side. Goodrich and Jones going at it now away from the ball. West with the ball on the front court, go to the left side. Screen by Harrison, screen by Wilt. West go to the left side, hit by Perry. The ball is free. Nice play, and Oscar's got it. Length of the court to Jabbar. He's ahead of the pack. There he goes. Slam
That's something when a guy his size gets down there to lead the fast break.
Well, I think against our ball club, Chick, Milwaukee wants to try to run Wilt so they can make a few easy baskets. And particularly when you get down there, Jabbar has had such a tremendous advantage, not only over a tall guy, but a short guy because he's so agile. And early in the ball game, we definitely showed signs of the 5-day layoff that we had.
And the score went to 22-14 in favor of Milwaukee. And, of course, the Milwaukee Ball Club maintained that lead at halftime. But the Lakers got their second win, so to speak. Fine pass from Wilt to Happy, and they started making points of their own.
65-64, the Lakers trail by 1. Oscar Robertson in the front, 47 feet in front of the Laker bench. Screen by Jabbar. West breaks through the screen. West steals the ball. West has got it with Goodrich. The pass is to Gale. There he goes. Lakers lead.
Chick, I think plays like emulate a ball club, and from then on, we reach our way in this ball game. I think we really played the kind of defense that we were playing earlier, and believe me, it's such a great feeling to go out there and play the good defense and be rewarded with it, and we certainly were.
Trapp made a play that turned this ball game around, too. That slam dunk, I think, in the face of Jabbar. We'll be seeing it here shortly.
Well, he made some great plays. And again, here's what good defensive play will do, because you do have a tendency to look the second time, and when you look the second time, many times you're going to throw the ball away.
Ball must be passed into the front court for the Lakers. Erickson brings it into Jerry West. West dribbling against Wally Jones. Laker lead is 6, 4th quarter. West out in front to Keith Erickson, 30 feet out. Erickson goes to a 3-bounce dribble, terminates it, looks into Wilt, bounces it into the big fella. Back to the basket, turns, fakes, looks outside to McMillan, looks down the middle of McMillan, now gives to McMillan right side. McMillan in the lane, ball batted away by Dandridge, stolen by Dandridge and Jones. Jones in the front court, in deep, 12-footer in the lane, nice shot. And McMillan having a rough night. 82-78. Good steal by Dandridge. The Lakers by 4. Erickson front court around the John Q. Trapp screen. Erickson out in front to Trapp. Trapp dribble drive. Beat Perry underneath. Slam dunk.
That is a truly sensational play, and I think for a little guy to jump over a man 6'7", I mean 7 feet, it's even more incredible. And you watch how the tempo of our game picks up here.
Give and go. Shot blocked.
Good defensive play by Mr. West.
Trapp to Erickson to West. West into the front court. Looks very fresh. Cross court top to Keita. Trapp comes in deep. Bank shot from 12 on the way. It's good.
And that's what I'm talking about when you're playing in your home court. He blocks the shot and it goes in the basket for us.
Pass into Jabbar does. Jabbar in a give and go keeps it. Comes to a turn shot. Shot blocked by West. Stolen by West. Jerry West double teaming. Blocked Jabbar's shot. 4 seconds left. Front court to Harrison. 3-2. Harrison down the middle. The game's over. The Los Angeles Lakers take the season.
And the Lakers had shown that they could beat the Milwaukee Bucks, but the season is far from over. Coming up, I look at the players who have made the Lakers the winningest team in the NBA.
I think records are made to be broken, but there's a couple records that are not going to be broken. I think this is one of them.
If we had to do it all over again, I think we would have beaten Milwaukee. I think we'd have probably maybe won 45 or 50 games in a row, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when you're caught up in something, you say enough is enough.
There's talk of a Milwaukee Bucks dynasty. Can that be cracked?
Well, I think so. We have Will Chamberlain, Jerry West, I could go on and on, Hap Harrison, right down the. We have the material and the depth that I think if we can put the pieces together that we can